Facebook Live.
What's happening, people?
It's your boy Country coming live from the Souf. I something to say, man. We about to get this show started and rocking. It is 9:22. We're a little bit late tonight. A little bit late. But we here now, and we ready to get this show going. So let's do it. What it do, man? It's your boy Country coming live from the Souf. Got something to say, man. You know what time it is. Episode 142. Let's get it.
Yo, it's the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity, holding it down for the Souf. Yeah.
Hey, man. What it do, man? We glad to have y'all back. If y'all know, it's a two-man show tonight. It's me and the boy Eternity.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? And we going to entertain y'all pleasantly. What's another word that rhymes with pleasantly? Pleasantly. Especially.
No, that don't work.
Specifically,
I was gonna say
on
that,
topics that we memory with times to. Okay, all right, I'm gonna digress. Hey, the rapper in here, man.
Hey,
I ain't
man.
a rapper, bro. You feel me?
Shout out to Dream, freezing in Boston right now.
Man, he is ice cold, bro. So I called him yesterday. He wouldn't answer my phone call. I called him again today. He cuts me out, and I'm gonna call you back. And that's all we had conversation we had. Bro.
That's funny.
He freezing, and bro, I was trying to tell him. I was like, man, the thing about work trips, bro.
Yeah.
Work trips are amazing.
Yeah.
I love a work trip.
Me too.
Because I go there with intentions for work, right?
Right.
And for the most time I'm there, that's what I'm focused on. But outside of that,
Facts.
it's focused on what I gotta accomplish and like being naturally in a place. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Like it ain't a vacation thing where you're looking for stuff to do.
Right.
But it's like I'm here, so I want to do a little bit.
Right.
But if I don't do a lot, I'm okay with it because I still got a objective. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, bro, he was mad about going to Boston, bro. I would have loved to went to Boston.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have too.
I would have loved to went. I hate cold weather. But I would have loved to went to Boston.
It's just something different.
It's, bro, I don't know of any other time where I would want to go to Boston.
I agree. I feel you.
So you send me to Boston, it's a place that I probably wouldn't hit. Even if I went on like a world tour, right? Like if I was wealthy and
Right.
bought a camper and traveled the country, I don't think I would make a Boston stop.
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, but I would have to be going to Boston for something.
It would have, but
You know what I mean?
How much
Like-
stuff is for us in Boston?
Probably not a lot.
Not a lot, bro. Boston
Go
is
catch a Celtics game. That's about it.
and they the only people that's welcome in Boston as black people. You know what I'm saying? Like just being honest, we're not trying to make it like a race thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Boston is a predominantly white area.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It
But
is.
like, so it'll be like I ain't a Celtics fan, so I don't think I'm going for a Celtics game. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. I give you that.
So, but at the same time, if you put me in that environment, I would want to see. And I hear Boston got good food too, like it's Irish heavy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, bro, you know what I just thought about?
what's that?
He could be doing all that complaining, bro. St. Patrick's Day Friday.
St. Patrick's Day is Friday. He can have some authentic St.
bro.
Patrick's Day craziness.
Okay, I probably would go to Boston for St. Patrick's Day. I probably
you
would
on
go.
that.
I probably would go to
I'm with
Boston
you
for
on
St.
that.
Patrick's.
I can see
Day.
myself in
I would
Boston
do
on
that.
St. Patrick's Day.
I would do that,
Yeah, I can see that.
man. Excuse me. Did you get a chance to catch the Oscars last night?
So,
Was that last night? Night
it
before
was the
last.
night before. I didn't
Yeah.
watch the Oscars, to be honest with you. I ain't watched the Oscars. Oscars too white. You know what I mean? Like, that was the hashtag for a couple years.
Yeah.
Bro. And they've been trying to change it up. But I did watch the red carpet.
Okay.
And all the people that came through, bro. And there was some beautifully dressed people on the red carpet. But, like, the one that stood out to me was Sierra, right?
Of course.
And
That's the one everybody talking about.
That's the one everybody talk about, bro. And before we talk about Sierra outfit, right? And I understand it was a theme. I know I've seen women online saying, "Hey, it was a theme, and y'all can lay back off her, don't trip." No, wait. Before that, she dropped a song like a week or two ago. Was like for my independent women, just for my girls. She spelled it out. INDPENDT. I was like, wait, whoever did that, you ain't gotta do that.
Yeah.
Like, it don't work. The song is trash. You feel me? The song ain't great. And Sarah has been trying to make music, but it's all been great. But the thing is, this is what I've been noticing, is that like, so I talked to my old lady about it. Me and her had a conversation. I was like, man, don't put that track out when you ain't living that life. And her rebuttal was like, men do it all the time. Rappers do it all the time. They rap about bitches and hoes and they music. And I was like, yeah, you right. But I still feel like it's a little different. I mean,
I understand that. Unfortunately,
it's the stereotype.
It's the stereotype, and that's what a lot of rappers have to do to sell music.
Right.
You know, if you out here rapping about positive shit, they ain't checking for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Chance the Rapper.
Ain't no machine. Yeah, ain't no machine behind you pushing that, and we already know there's an agenda. It's been covered for far too long. Mm-hmm. There's a reason that all the stuff that you hear or you listen to either sounds the same or they talk about the same subject matter. They doing this and they doing that. I'm gonna tell you. I remember when Lil Baby first came out, bro, and like Lil Baby was everywhere. And I'm not saying that he's still not everywhere, but it's like when he did that Bigger Picture song. His fan base started to change up a little bit, and as his fan base started to evolve, I noticed how I didn't hear him on the radio as much. So either sounds the same. So I feel like, I really feel like there's always going to be that agenda that's always going to push. When I think about Sierra, I think about dance. I think about, you know, she makes love music, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So while I agree with both points, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I do too. I agree with both
I understand that, you know, she not living that life, which she really is not living that life.
She's really not living that.
You know what I'm saying?
She's living an NFL football's girlfriend life.
And
her music sounds like that.
I'm gonna say this too. I also recognize that when we start to talk about rappers and we use rappers as an example of the type of music that they put out, they should probably start switching that shit up too, because of the simple fact that now courtrooms are using their lyrics
against them.
Yeah. It's like, so why would you be out here just talking about all of this X, Y, and Z when you know if you surrounded by people who are sketchy or questionable, you about to get pulled into that? Why would you want that for your life? Like, as a rapper, the only thing I ever wanted to do was be able to be wealthy enough to where I could do music full time for a living, and leave me room to pursue my passions and really invest in them. From podcasting to, you know what I'm saying, just doing shows to, I mean, hell, I don't care if it's a Tuesday and I want to go have a Euro in Greece. I want to be able to go buy a plane ticket and go hang out for like a day and then just be like, you know what? All right, let's go somewhere else.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only kind of wealthy I want to be. I don't need to be a billionaire.
Right.
I just want to be wealthy enough where I can go see the world at my leisure.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a nice house. You know what I'm saying? And you can give me a modest car. You know, I know you're a car guy, so I understand that difference. Like me personally, I would have like an in-home studio. I put like a gym in my house. You know, little stuff like that. I love movies. I probably put a movie theater in my house. Little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I say little, but you know what I mean. Like,
I mean, I would have the same setup, and even being a car guy, bro. So this is the thing about being a car guy. Like when you hear car guy, you think that I want every car that I'm passionate about.
No, I know better, but like, the average person probably would. Yeah,
I honestly would like have a supercar, and then I'm gonna have a whole ton of old schools, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because like this is the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah.
But not to stray too far from Sierra, you know. Like that sound that she put out, it wasn't genuine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it fell off at. It wasn't genuine. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's more expected from a rapper not to be genuine in their music, to lie a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
Like bro, how many people think that rappers rap their real life?
Very, very few.
Yeah, like rappers rapping their real life, bro. Even with that case and scenario, bro, like I can think about the rappers that rap their real life, bro, and they have hard lives, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about DMX as your King Vons and whatnot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have a rough life, bro.
People that actually live now, they might not be living that no more, but that material came from a very real place.
It came from a very real place. You know what I'm saying? I 100% agree with that. So like hearing that track was the first thing, bro. So like my antennas go up because Russell, she was the model housewife.
Yeah.
While Russell was on top of the world in Seattle.
You're right.
She was wearing like presidential clothing, like first lady clothing.
I was gonna say she ain't looking like Michelle Obama.
She walked around like Michelle Obama. So this is what really caught my eye. She walked around like Michelle Obama when Russell was on top of the world in Seattle.
Right.
But as soon as his career started slipping, bro, she twerking on top of a vehicle with girls around her in another song. She dropped this song, and now you're here wearing pasties in this very see-through thing, and like, you know what I'm saying, like revealing bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't the guy to police any woman bottom. So I mean clothing, but it's the transition that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what she actually had on. Because if you put that same clothing on Chloe, I probably wouldn't say a word.
Yeah.
On Chloe Bailey, probably wouldn't say a word, bro. Because like I'm expecting that from her. But like coming from Sierra, who made this huge transition to this, I was like, wait a minute. And you know what I'm saying? It happened to happen all in the year that Russell's career started declining.
Yeah. That
you put out 3 songs that's real provocative. You put out pictures and stuff that's provocative, and then you wear this that's super provocative. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Russell's sitting there right beside her, supporting his wife, as he should. And he may be okay with it, so our opinion really don't matter.
Facts.
But you know, it was kind of surprising me. It kind of made me put up that it made my ears peak a little bit. Like, huh? You know, what's the backstory behind it? I know a lot of people say it that it was a theme and that, you know, it made sense, and I get it. Yeah. But I asked those same women that ain't OnlyFans stars right now. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, those same women that's like just regular women,
right,
who have wholesome relationships and want wholesome relationships. Would you wear that to the Oscars with your man beside you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because as a man, if it was me and my lady, and I was like, that's what you wearing? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I ain't gonna tell her she can't. Right. Because I ain't gonna ever police and do nothing. Right. So I'm saying, okay, cool. It just means that you didn't take my thoughts in consideration.
I get that. You know, so my thing was this. And I really didn't have a whole lot to say about it. Because before I saw that there was a theme to, you know, why she had the dress on and where they were headed after the fact and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to tell you what really, I remember one time hearing a woman say, don't date a bad bitch if she can't be a bad bitch. Like, if you going to be with her, understand that all the attention that comes with her,
that's real.
You got to be able to eat that shit.
To endure that.
You got to be able to do it. If you can't do that, stop wasting her time.
Don't do it.
Because it's going to be somebody that's going to treat her the way that she want to be treated, and they not going to try to handcuff her, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the one that is going to win that heart, so to speak. In addition to, I also look at facts like, you know, the dress was extremely revealing. They also celebrities. Everything they do above my pay grade.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, but I wouldn't be having this conversation if we was talking about Chloe Bailey.
I get that.
You feel me? I wouldn't be having this conversation if we was talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Or I wouldn't be having this conversation if we was talking like, bro, Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe wore something that was pretty revealing. But that ain't, like, her image isn't that. You know what I mean? Her image was suits, and then, like, when she stepped out sexy, she stepped out sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't.
I give you that.
It wasn't that. So, like, seeing her wearing that, and it wasn't even this revealing. Like, bro, she had on the most revealing outfit that night.
Yeah.
And this is not a person we expect that from. We talking about somebody who dressed like Michelle Obama for the last 6 years.
I give you that.
That's my thing, bro. It ain't about what she wore. It's about who wore it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, so, because I'm the married one. You know what I'm saying? Like, she dressed extremely modest. You know what I'm saying? But it's so funny because she got to go out of town for something. And she had ordered this, it's really an undergarment, but it's meant to go up under a suit type deal where you wear. And I just remember when she tried it on and she walked in, I was just kind of like, where you going with that? Because that looked like something that you ought to put on for me when we getting ready to go to bed. And she was like, well, you know, it's for this, this, and this. And I get it. And it ain't my position to handcuff her if she had a vision for what she want to do. But I'm also that same guy that's like, if you could do it while you out of town, away from me, you can do it with me.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
And like, so for the case in point, same scenario, bruh, I would never tell my lady she can't wear anything.
Right.
With me. You know what I mean? Like, if she put on that same dress and want to go out with me, bro, she can wear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, it ain't about the dress. It's about the way she presented herself for the last 6 years.
I get that part too.
That's the only thing.
I don't disagree with you on that at all.
Like, you presented yourself that like you not this person for 6 years. Now, mind you, people are allowed to change and be different people.
Right.
But like, they normally baby step into it.
You want me to tell you what I thought about too? And maybe this is a little bit beyond where we at, but it's still talking about this. We got to a point where when Russ, like you said, was on top and he was in Seattle and he was doing his thing, it was almost like the way that she dressed. Now, I know this is a little off topic, but I'm just thinking about the areas. I've never been to Colorado. Mm-hmm. I've never been to Denver, but I've been to Seattle. It ain't a whole lot of black people in Seattle.
Right.
It is like 90% white. Well, let me take that back. It's like 78% white, and then it's like 22% Pacific Islander, and then like 10% black, if that.
Right.
Maybe that. Maybe more like 15, 17% Pacific Islander, 3% black.
Right.
I was there for 4.5, 5 days, somewhere around there. And I kid you, you know how when you go places and you just see somebody that you ain't really seen, like if two black people, when they see each other in a room full of not us,
yeah,
you just kind of make eye contact and you always kind of give each other like that smile or like that winking and eye, like, all right, I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when they were in Seattle, they had to maintain this persona
for Seattle.
That
makes sense.
And
I ain't think about that.
He got his ass out of there and went to Colorado, and you know, where Denver has been one of the forerunners in just being progressive in terms of marijuana and, you know, everything else. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, okay, well, you ain't really got to act like that out here. And that's when we started to see the change in her.
That's very true, bro. I can't
so
argue.
I don't know if it's the city. I don't know what the difference may have been, but I do completely agree with you on the fact that she went from like the trap girl with Future to becoming like a whole housewife. Mm-hmm. And now she's starting to kind of regress back into what she was before she met Russell. Mm-hmm. Not saying that's a bad thing, because once again, we talk about women.
And she could do that at home with him all the time, and
Absolutely.
We didn't see it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And now it's more acceptable to see. Now, mind you, one thing I want to get clear, I'm not condemning her. I'm just giving the outlook, the reason why it's a talking point.
Right.
The reason why it's a talking point is because it's a different, like, bro, when I looked at these photos, I did not expect that.
I didn't either. Like, somebody sent it to me, and I was just like, who is that? I was like, I see it. Can you see through that? You can see through that whole outfit.
It was 100% see-through.
Bro, and it threw me for a loop. But it's also, it was one of them things like...
And she kept it modest. She had pasties on. She covered her nipples and whatnot.
It was one of those things because that picture came out first. Mm-hmm. And we didn't see... Had I saw that photo in context with the rest of them, I probably wouldn't have batted an eye.
Right.
But not being able to see everything in context allowed everybody to start think pieces. And I mean, that might have just been a target for social media. Mm-hmm. Just to get people talking. Get her trending. Get the Oscars trending.
Well, it's a big problem. Her music ain't trending nobody. So, you know. She's a music. She got to work on that a little bit. She needs Jason Faye back, bro.
I miss that Sierra.
She needs Jason Faye back, bro.
I miss that Sierra.
She needs Jason Faye back. Bro, why Jason Faye ain't making more music right now?
I don't know.
Like, bro, he is a legend. Like, bro, he should be way bigger than what he's talking about, but, you know, whatever.
I mean, it happens, though. You know what I mean? Like, and I agree with you on that, though. I can't think of the last... I almost want to see what the last record he really...
Like. Oh, he put out something recently, like a couple months ago. That was dope too. I think it had Killer Mike on it and somebody.
Okay.
It was a dope track.
Okay.
But like well, first off, music different now.
Oh, absolutely.
So those tracks used to go straight to the radio, and now you gotta sound like Youngboy to go straight to the radio.
You are, boy. You said something right there.
You gotta sound like Youngboy go straight to the radio.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Just thinking about this, and I mean, I know we just kind of parlay it from Sierra music to Jazzy Faye, but you want to talk about giving Jazzy Faye his flowers, bro? Jazzy Faye produced one of the dopest hip hop songs, a few of the dopest hip hop songs, but one specifically, the very first single he produced. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I literally played this song probably 2 days ago, and it's still right. Show Enough by Tila. A lot of people don't remember Jazzy Faye had a real heavy hand in that early Houston music. I mean, he did Tired of Ballin' too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, give Jazzy Faye his flowers.
Man, please give Jazzy Faye his flowers, bro. Like, they don't never bring him up. Like, bro, we just went through 2 years of COVID, and they was talking about all these artists, but nobody was like, man, let's see what let's face Jazzy Faye. Bro, Jazzy Faye is somebody to stand in front of.
Oh, absolutely.
Bro, Jazzy Faye is somebody to stand in front of.
Yeah.
He'll be tough.
If you get a track produced by Jazzy Faye, you can pretty much guarantee it's gonna chart.
Yeah. Back then, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think it still would. I ain't saying it's gonna be top 10, maybe top 100, something like that. Top, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Somewhere around now, but yeah, I get that.
Right, bro. Jazzy Faye has some hits, man. Bro, you had some interesting to talk about, man.
I do, bro. So like, I was sitting up. I be thinking about topics and stuff for this show, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. And the biggest thing that came out of this conversation, and I mean, it was a very, very heavy conversation, was about how as human beings, everything that we do is for either entertainment or survival. And I was like, I don't agree with that. She was like, no, think about it. We go to work so we can make money to pay bills, to eat, to, do X, Y, and Z. And then when we're not at work, that money that we earn from surviving at work, we spend for entertainment, to take trips, to buy things, to fill these voids. And I wanted to bring that to the show just because I wanted to get your opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought about when we were talking about it, I was like, nah, I can't think about that. Then I was like, you know what, though? You kind of right. If I don't go to work, I can't pay bills. If I can't pay bills, I can't pay power. I can't pay internet. Right. I can't do none of that shit. That I can't pay no phone bill. I can't pay none of that stuff that I rely on every single day. I mean, just every day of my life. You need power to survive. You need power for entertainment. You need food to survive. And then we go out and eat for entertainment. And when I say that, when people go, well, what do you mean eat for entertainment? How many times have you seen on social media somebody posting a burger or a donut or some pizza or something? You go, oh, damn, that look good. I need to go get that.
Right.
We are literally watching entertainment feed into our desire. You don't need that food that you just saw. That's not a survival thing, but
eat salad every day and survive.
But you literally, or you go to a restaurant because you saw the ambiance was dope. Technically, that's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If prime example, you been to Dick's Last Resort?
No.
Oh, bro. Okay, so
I say that?
It's we got one at Orange Beach now. The first time I want to say it originated in Baltimore, maybe. The first time I ever went to one in Miami. So it's at the Wharf. So for anybody who come down, especially spring breakers, you want a good time, go to the Wharf, go to Dick's Last Resort. They ain't paying me for that plug. It's just a good time.
It's just a good time.
You go for the entertainment value. What do I mean by entertainment value? Dick's Last Resort, whole stick is they rude as hell.
I heard about that.
They rude as hell. They fold paper hats like dunce hats and make you, for example, like they might just, if they want to do something quick, they might fold 2 hats up for you and your lady. And they'll put one on her that says, I'm with stupid. And then yours says, I'm stupid, with an arrow pointing down at you. They do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I ordered a drink. Dude was like, y'all want a straw? Yeah. He literally grabs like 12 straws and just throws them at us at the bar. I mean, they get on a loud horn and go around and talk. He's like, hey, so you want food? No, you don't need to be eating that. You should do this. Like, I mean, they literally insult you the entire time. But they're also, it's also that thing where they give you the disclaimer. So like when I walk in, the dude was like, hey man, y'all ever been here before? I was like, nah. He's like, all right, this is Dick's last resort. I'm gonna be a little bit of a dick to you. You get to be a little bit of a dick back to me, and we're gonna have a good time today. You know what I'm saying?
I can enjoy that.
Bro, it was I laughed from the time we sat down to the time we finished. Now, granted, food's okay. I didn't go there for the food. I went there for the entertainment.
For the experience.
Because I wanted to experience that. And then I started to, it's the reason that we go to hibachi restaurants.
Right.
You know, you can go get Chinese food from any Chinese food, but you go to a hibachi restaurant for the show. Otherwise, you can go to Hibachi Express, swing through the drive-thru, get you some fried rice and some chicken or something, some vegetables. It's going to fulfill its purpose. So, what can you think of in your life? And for the people that are listening and tuning in, I want y'all to tap into this too. Tell us about your experiences that you view or you've never thought about, but now you are viewing as your entertainment or your survival. But what can you think of, like a time where that really kind of like just stands out to you now that I said it?
Like it meshed.
Yeah.
Where it was like entertainment and like
absolutely.
Entertainment and survival. I can think about entertainment times for sure.
Okay.
Like Dave and Buster's is entertainment.
Absolutely.
We went to a place in Atlanta. It was like this little mini putt place indoors.
Okay.
Amazing, bro. Like Atlanta mini putt indoors. Bro, super fun. It was pure entertainment. The food was good too.
Okay.
But it was entertainment. And I understand the entertainment versus survival thing because like survival, if me personally, I entertain myself with food because if I didn't need to entertain myself with food, bro, I could eat a salad every day and be super healthy.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But like I like the different flavors of food. For example, like today we cooked Tuscan chicken.
Yeah.
I'll have a Caesar salad tomorrow.
Yeah.
I may have a steak this day. I may go try some Indian food this day.
Right.
On some fried fish this day. We wouldn't swap those flavors up if it wasn't for like entertainment because survival is survival.
That's it.
Survival means you just eat enough to be alive.
That's I got a poem. And shout out to D, man. This comes from D. We were talking about this and she was telling me that it's really mind over matter when you start to think about diets or fads or can't do this. Like she does like challenges and stuff. So I hopped on this challenge. But we couldn't do nothing but like unsweetened green tea, black coffee, water. That was all you could drink. Your menu was super limited. And I was like, this don't seem extreme to you? She was like, no, because you eat for sustenance and not for taste. Which is very true in the act of survival. But those words still ring true that I changed my palate because I want to be able to enjoy different types of food. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment could be a book. And a lot of people don't think about that.
Well, book is entertainment.
It is, but and there are different forms of entertainment. Whether you like to listen to music, whether you like making music, whether you like to read, whether you like to write, whatever you like to do. And even that in the entertainment aspect is still falls into that survival mode. Bro, let me tell you. I was so glad when we started this podcast, especially during the pandemic, because I was losing my mind creatively.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I released a whole album and had a whole tour canceled 2 months after the album dropped because of COVID. That is insane to think about. And I used to just always be like, I don't understand how people like just chilling. Because I was so used to go. Going was my survival like tactic. It was just me doing everything that I could to stay engaged because anytime that I'm sitting still, I'm like, why am I still? This don't even feel right. I could be in the comfort of my own home. If I am there for too long with nothing to do, I'd be like, all right, I got to get the hell up out of the house. I don't care if I go take a ride. I go ride for an hour, hour and a half. Just to give myself some form of, once again, entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that could be anything, man. I just, I know it seems like kind of a broad topic, but at the same time, there are so many different things that you could really look into. Ariel says sleep is survival based. How she set up her bedroom is for her enjoyment. The bedtime music, the lighting, the decorations, all for entertainment, even in the mild sense. I agree. What's up, Wyatt? Danae said entertainment is simply some form of enjoyment that eats your brain and your heart. I get that part too. Like,
as humans, I think we require entertainment.
I do too.
I think we require entertainment.
Like we have been entertaining ourselves our entire lives. Even as kids, they give you the see and say and the blocks for you to build stuff and Legos and whatever.
Imagination. Bro, you know how many stick guns I've had in my lifetime?
Mud pies.
Yeah, like
it's the reason you have games like hide and go seek, and they still exist today. They're just handed down over time.
I don't know if hide and go seek exists no more, man. They got Facebook now. Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, the kids nowadays are different.
They are. It's hard to get it.
Just think back, bro. We in our 30s, bro.
Yeah.
Mid to late 30s, and bro, our entertainment, bro, all the way to we was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Was, bro, I remember we had a citywide water balloon fight.
I'm gonna tell you what stood out to me as you start talking about that. Christmas morning, everybody was dressed to impress, riding a new bike or they skates or whatever the case may be. Bro, we wasn't inside. It was 8:00 in the morning, and we fully dressed because we've been up since 6:30 from the excitement.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. Now, bro, Christmas morning, you open the door, it be dead.
Dead outside, bro. Bro, like, so where I grew up, bro, we had a park night, bro. Tuesday and Thursday was park night.
Okay.
Bro, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you went to the park, you have nothing to talk about on Wednesday and Friday.
I feel you.
It was like that.
Right.
It was like that, bro. We have no social media, bro. We had MySpace. MySpace came around like my 10th grade year. 10th, 11th grade year.
Yeah.
MySpace dropped.
I
You
feel
feel me?
Yeah.
And it was like, we did it, but we didn't do it heavy because guess what? Everybody still had dial-up.
Right. Even with that though, and think about this. Think about what MySpace taught us that standard social media don't no more. Now it's all about going viral and TikTok. Bro, we was coding.
MySpace taught us how to code, bro.
Like, now you unless they are in that field, you ask somebody what this and this and they can barely tell you. A kid, a young adult, probably under the age of 21 can't tell you what a cassette is. They can't tell you how to operate a VCR. They can't tell you about none of that. Like, I remember it was nothing like you have a real good week. And what you want to do on Friday night? I want to go to Blockbuster. Because you didn't really get to spend time in the house. It was always Saturday morning, go outside and play.
Clean up, go outside and play.
Sunday, we gonna go to church, and then when you come back, get out them church clothes, go outside and play.
Go outside and play.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you get too dirty, water hose, then come inside.
That's it. It wasn't no run inside for this and for that, bro. Like drinking from the water fountain, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
It don't exist no
it
more.
does not exist anymore, bro. It's too many.
Bro, I know we moving away from what the subject was a little bit, man, but like I think that like the kids today is robbed of that experience, bro. That experience of having to be outside and looking at each other.
Right.
And they're trying to figure out what we gonna do today.
Right.
You feel me? Like, bro, we played dangerous games like pick 'em up and bust 'em.
Of course.
Because we was outside, we played tag yesterday, we played freeze tag, we played hide and go seek, and we was like, y'all wanna play pick 'em up and bust 'em?
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where we like, nah, bro, I ain't
Right.
trying to play pick 'em up and bust 'em, man.
Cause we was
somebody gonna hurt somebody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of being hurt.
Bro, for 3 years straight. Everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but y'all have heard me talk about wrestling. Wrestling is like the one thing from my childhood I just never got tired of. And I don't care how fake it is, how fake you say this is, how fake this is entertainment.
Right.
It is the one form of entertainment I consistently watch, that I consistently support. And even now, like, some of the stuff I'll be like, I catch it when I catch it. But that's just because I'm getting older and my responsibilities have increased.
Are increasing, yeah.
But when I was like 12, 13, bro, we had a whole federation in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Our parents was throwing out mattresses. We was like, all right, so this is how you know you talk about entertainment. All right, so I had the big yard. So naturally, my yard was the arena, quote unquote. WWE ring is 20 feet by 20 feet. You know what it take to make a 20 foot by 20 foot ring? 5 queen size mattresses, because a queen size mattress is 5 feet. So you put 5. Literally, that's what we did. We didn't make it that big, you know what I'm saying? Right. But we took 4 queen size mattresses. We had, the parents in the neighborhood saw what we was doing. Literally put post, like nailed post into the ground for us. We took the little O-rings, like twisted them into the thing. When it got the little elastic ropes, hooked them on. So we had a whole actual ring, bro. And we used to put on like 3-4 hour shows for the neighborhood. That was fun.
That was life as kids, as we know it. Like, bro, so we didn't have that. We had boxing matches.
Okay.
We had boxing matches, like, bro, and it wasn't no ring and like that. It was like, oh, it's this cousin versus this cousin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, we mad at each other by the end of this match.
Right.
But they found it entertaining. Like the older cousin, they were like, oh, this is great entertainment.
Yeah. I mean,
pick them up, bust them. I go seek in the cornfields.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was different. Like, bro, going to the park. Like, bro, I feel like the kids are robbed now.
I do too.
The kids are robbed.
I do too.
And that's why they don't fight no more either. Because, like, bro, growing up like that as little kids,
yeah,
when you had a dispute, you fought about it. And if you got caught, you hugged it out.
Right. That's it.
But now, kids is in the house 24 and more.
Yep.
And when they have a dispute, they shoot it out.
Yep.
And then somebody mourning somebody.
I agree. I want to read this comment real quick. Ario said, if you fix the survival problem, you're going to create and try to solve problems for entertainment. Our brains are built to sit still. That is an amazing comment, because it is so true. And I know we talking about like childhood and entertainment, but it just all goes back to the fact of that being real as a kid, creating your own entertainment was your form of survival. When you really dive into it, you get into the heart of the matter, that really, really mattered, because of the fact that our brains are so over imaginative. And everything, it's like everything that you were saying earlier, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bro, we took, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna get off this and then we can move forward. But it I was telling you about the little ring and stuff, right? Well, fireworks don't sell fireworks all year round. Guess what we have for pyro? Roman candles.
Oh man.
Bro, I did a thing. I don't know if the PACE program still exists in elementary school, but I had to do a program with PACE, and we had designed like this sheet. It was just a blue sheet. We had to design like a hut type deal. It was for a project. Anyway, it was set up on like PVC pipes.
Right.
Because we needed it for a backdrop.
Right.
We get to the end, they's like, okay, y'all could just, I was like, what y'all finna do with that? And he was like, well, nothing, we was just gonna throw it away. It was for the competition. Competition's over. We can't reuse it. I was like, I'll take it. PVC pipe and all. Guess who had an entrance now? This guy. Bruh, I would like, my pops, him and his boys, like, they be drinking beer. They finish the beer. I go, yo, like, go scoop some rocks up, drop them in the bottom of the bottle. So we go pop 2 Roman candles in that bit. Throw some smoke, the little smoke bombs. Like, light the smoke bomb behind the curtain, light thing. We had people walking through the curtain. It was fun. It was fun, man. I wish kids had those experiences.
Now, imagine with the technology they have, because if you watch TikTok or anything like that, bro, y'all get to see how creative the kids is these days.
I agree with
you. They are amazingly creative.
Yeah.
Bro. They make some magical stuff with technology.
Right.
Now imagine having that with, life experience is what
I
we
agree.
did. Like, bro, people have been putting on full production shows with nothing.
Right.
Imagine how many people become successful off that.
It is. I mean, and honestly, that's in everything, even with music. There used to be the time where, bro, I couldn't wait. You was looking for the poster to see the album cover in the Source magazine. You was waiting on the date. So when you got out of school, hey, I need to go to the mall because this CD came out that I want to go buy, or this cassette tape came out that I want to go buy.
Yeah, them No Limit tapes, bro. No Limit CD, bro. Like, bro,
it was, man. I thought about that. Like, I started working on some new stuff, and I was like, man, I should really. Who's gonna buy a CD? They don't even put CD players in cars no more.
The kids these days don't understand how dope it was to buy an official CD with a CD book in it.
Oh yeah,
with a backdrop, with like a cover. They don't understand how dope that was. Bro, all they get is a cover now.
That's it,
bro. But like, bro, No Limit ran the game with like CDs for a long time.
For a very long time. All the pen and pixel covers.
Like, oh my goodness, bro.
I wonder what pen and pixel doing now. I should Google that.
Yeah,
I should Google that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hey, I don't know, but yeah, man, I just when we was talking about that, I found that concept interesting.
It
to
is.
Take a look at.
It is, bro, because a lot of stuff we do for entertainment, we do for survival. A lot of stuff we do for survival, we do for entertainment, and it's they go hand in hand.
Right.
And bro, with entertainment people, bro, I had a realization this week, bro, because like I always been chasing this mind of success, right? And I've been kind of successful in my lifetime, and like every time I got a job, I got successful in it. I never looked at that job like, bro, I'm gonna be here for another 10 years to be successful. I always looked at that job like I'm gonna use this job to be successful.
Right.
And it's a poisonous mindset because, like, I don't prepare myself for a longer run. Like, I take this job and I'm making $150,000 a year, and I say I'm gonna be here for 2 years to start my own business, and then 2 years come up. Now I'm ready to leave, but I ain't got the business started.
You're right.
You feel me?
I do.
So then, like, any moment past that, I'm sick of the job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? But I still ain't got the business started, so I ain't got nothing set up to leave. But I left anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, it dawned on me, like, bruh, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a person, I gotta believe in a career. I gotta believe in something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta believe in something, like a fall plan, right?
Yep.
If I don't become successful in my own business, what I'm gonna do for the long term? So then I thought about it, I was like, man, what I'm doing now, it don't pay the money I was making by a long shot, but I like it.
Yeah.
So if I stuck with this for 8, 10, 20 years, my family's still going to be successful and well off.
Right. And I mean, and the stress levels are probably much lower.
The stress levels is much lower. And with that being said, when I start making the money, I get older and I decide, hey, look, I'm going to start this business. I can start this business with the intention that I don't plan on leaving my job. I'm just starting this business. If this business gets successful enough where it demands me leave my job,
right,
then I do that. But before I was thinking that, hey, I'm going to do this job till I make enough money to start this business. I'm just going to leave my job to do this business. And that business may not do what it need to do to maintain my lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Bro,
so
I get it.
I realized that, like, bro, I've been thinking about this thing the wrong way for the longest. Mm-hmm. So I do my job and plan to be here until I can't.
Right.
Until my side business demand me to leave.
Right.
And then I was like, bro, I'll have to get off work and think about what I'm going to do.
Right.
I can actually get off work and have entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment is survival. I can get off work and have actual entertainment and be satisfied by that entertainment.
Right.
And be happy.
That's it.
And still live a great life.
That's it.
And then once I start making the money, I can say, okay, I want to, try this business and do that.
Okay.
And then still have entertainment. Like, and I took some of the stress off myself, bro, and I realized I was putting too much on me. I realized that in the last 3-4 months, bro.
Okay.
It sounds so simple.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Especially if you if you're a dreamer.
Right.
I'm a dreamer, bro.
Me too.
I'm a dreamer. So like all the time I wake up
To
and
a
think
fault.
how much stuff I can accomplish if I had opportunity.
Right.
To the point that I had opportunities in front of me to help me accomplish those things, but I didn't cherish the opportunities.
I get that too.
And I was like, oh man, I've been tripping. I've been tripping for a little while. You know.
Pen and Pixel is actually, they got a whole website, bro. They still make graphics.
They do?
They do.
That's dope.
They got a whole website.
Bro, have you seen the I ain't big on Facebook, but I do look. Or I don't post, but I look. Mm-hmm. On Facebook is this HVAC company here that's like promoting HVAC business with like ad, but it's the no limit setup.
Oh, for real? I hadn't
It's
seen
like
it.
fire up top and with flames on it, and at the bottom it's like ice, but it's like gold with with the diamonds in it.
Yeah.
And it was like HVAC in your area, bro.
That's
it's
funny.
so dope, bro. I was like, oh, that's the no limit cover.
I'm gonna have to come across that.
It's the no limit cover, bro. It's so funny.
That's funny.
It's so funny, bro. I was like, bro, that's dope that they did the no limit cover for the HVAC company. And you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you they get a bunch of business because of that.
Yeah. That's
Because people like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna give them a go just for that nostalgia you gave me.
I can see that. Because, not being funny, in order for them to survive, they had to tap into an arena that they felt like would bring that nostalgia back. Mm-hmm. Entertainment, nostalgia comes from entertainment. Mm-hmm. You know, so. But I kind of want to read this comment, man.
Read it.
We had another comment said, kids these days are a product of their time. If we had access to all of that at that age, we would be doing the same thing. Every generation feels the same. That the next one won't understand how amazing their childhood was. So I partially agree. Mm-hmm. I partially agree, but I say that because there were cell phones around when I was younger. Mm-hmm. You know, and it was in my later teens when they really started to pop off. But I just had parents that wouldn't let me have a cell phone when I was in high school. Yeah. It was like, if you want a cell phone, you're going to buy it yourself. Now, like video games, I had plenty of video games. I had every single video game system that I wanted that came out as a kid. But my time that I was allowed to spend on that game was limited.
Bro, I remember this like yesterday. My mom was like, who you got to talk to?
Yep.
I'm 16 years old. Who you got to talk to? I want to talk to my friends, mom. You talk to them tomorrow.
Now, so I'm going to tell you what's even crazy about that. So I had a landline.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
I had my own landline because my mom was like, I don't want you tying up my phone.
I had my own, but I had a landline that I could use.
The only reason that I had my own landline was because I lived on AOL chat messages. Mm-hmm. And my mom and them wasn't skilled enough to really use the internet like that. But they knew I needed the internet for like school and for stuff like that. So she was like,
you also went to a more advanced program too.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
Like somebody like me, I went to a straight up public school, bro.
Right.
We ain't need an advanced program.
And I mean, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I did. I went to a communication and art school. So it was one of those things where it was kind of like, I'm going to get you this because I understand that it's partially entertainment, but it's also something that you need for school. Mm-hmm. But that's the only reason I'm finna get this. Plus, I don't want you tying up my phone line. Because keep in mind, we still talk about dial-up.
We talk about dial-up. If you online.
So, and if I wanted to use my phone, I had to get off line.
The internet, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I get it. I get that part.
And like, bro, even that, bro, you talking about 11 o'clock at night, and they hear you on the phone, but who you talking to?
Two.
It's time for you to get off the phone.
Yep.
Straight up. It's time for you to get off the phone. Bro, dog, I know more freaking 6-year-olds with iPhones than I know grown-ups.
I know, bro, I've seen 3-year-olds control tablets better than a 63-year-old game.
Facts.
That is insane to think about.
Facts. And the thing is, I ain't telling y'all because technology is good.
It is.
Technology is a good thing. It ain't a bad thing. But I'm saying like when I have my own kids, I'm a tech guy. I'm super tech. Most of y'all don't know me personally, but my house is teched out.
It is.
I love tech. But one thing for sure is that I'm going to treat them the same way my mom and them treat me. Hey, give me that tablet. Mm-hmm. Go outside. Let's go. And not just you go outside. I go out with you.
Yep.
Let's go out through the woods. Mm-hmm. Let's go look for something cool to mess with. You know what I'm saying? I get out there with you. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is like, bro, I had a Sega Genesis, bro. I used to love my Sega. Bro, Mortal Kombat.
It's Bro, what?
Bro, I used to live on it.
I feel you.
But my folks like, all right, that's enough.
Yep.
I'm talking about Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I get through cleaning up. You need to go outside. I don't want to go outside. I'm going to play the game. Okay. I go play the game for about hour and a half. That's enough.
Go outside. That's it.
Go find your cousins.
That's it.
And I went down the street to find my cousin. And the whole time I'm down there, I'm mad because I was like, man, I'm going to play the game.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I knew I couldn't go home and play that game.
Right.
So
I need to go find something else.
Now, at this time, we got to figure out something to do to entertain ourselves.
You're right.
And me and my family built a bond.
Mm-hmm.
We built our imagination. But we had an amazing time. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I never traded in the world, bro. And I know it's different nowadays because, like, I get it. It's different nowadays. And I ain't saying technology bad. It's not. But at the same time, like, you know, it's a control on it. It's a control on it. Bro, you hear all the billionaires and stuff talk about how they don't let their kids use the tablet but 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And now you talking about 6 hours total.
Right.
You be like, man, that's a long 6 hours, a lot of time. It really ain't when you talk about total, because they wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
They eat breakfast, and then after breakfast, they got some free time. They on the tablet for an hour, hour and a half, hour, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And then they have lunch. Family go do something as a family unit.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, they on the tablet 2 more hours. Then we have a little dinner. Then boom, you know what I'm saying? They on the tablet 2 hours. And boom, 6 hours gone.
Right, and then it's time for you to go to bed.
Now, go to bed.
Right.
Or interact with your family, your sisters, your brothers,
right,
or whatever the case may be. Go take a bath, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being buried in something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a gamer. I'm a hardcore gamer. Like, bro, it's days I've got off work at 5.
Right.
Got on the game and was on the game until like 11. But at the same time, I'm a grown man now.
Right.
I just put in an 8-hour shift. I
right.
just brought home the bacon.
Right.
And I'm going to do this tonight. But guess what else happens? Pay all the bills.
Yeah.
The house is clean.
Yep.
Make sure the car's got gas in it.
Right.
I go to the mailbox. I get my workouts in.
Yeah.
I communicate with my family, my friends.
It's balance.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm a hardcore gamer. Yeah. I do have 6-hour sessions.
Yeah.
But I also have moments where I go a week without playing the game.
Okay.
Like a solid week. Like I may not play a game. Like just life get in the way.
Right.
And I don't play the game for 5 or 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing whatsoever.
I feel you.
And then after the 5, 6 days, 7 days go by,
you look at the controller and be like, when I ain't picked you up in a minute.
And then I jump on, play
That's
the game,
it. Yep.
6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like as a kid, you don't have that balance.
You don't.
As a kid, you don't have the responsibility.
Right.
That's the difference. As a kid, you don't have the responsibility. As a kid, you ain't got the responsibility nothing but having grades.
That's it.
As an adult, man, you got a wife to take care of. You got kids to take care of. You got, you got to make sure food's in the house. You got to make sure stuff on the table. You got to make sure the house clean.
That's it.
You got to keep up with your relationships because we all getting older now.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Big facts.
We all getting older now. Now you keeping up with relationships. You just want to be in touch with people because tomorrow ain't promised.
You right about that.
Like, bro, it's a different scenario.
Speaking of relationships, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you brought that up. One of the other topics I wanted to ask you about is competition in relationships. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you and your partner have to compete with each other?
So, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think me and my partner compete with each other at all. Like, I think we have our own strengths.
Okay.
And our own weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like, so I feed off her strength, she feed off my strength.
Right.
And her weaknesses is I try to make my strength, and my weaknesses
right.
she try to make her strength. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we build on each other. I don't feel like we have to necessarily compete with each other. Now, do we compete with each other?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We play a game of Mortal Kombat. I'm kicking that ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We play Connect 4, bro, and oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I won't play Connect 4 with her no more.
Really?
Oh, bro. Every time we play Connect 4, she kicked my ass. And then she had the nerve the last time to take a picture of me through the grid. Like, so it ain't even a clear picture of me. It's a picture of me losing and my face sour. Like, and it's just through the grid.
That's funny.
And I'm like, and then she sent it to me.
Cold blooded.
And if I talk, if like right now, she hear me talk about it, my phone will vibrate. Guess what it'll be?
That picture.
That picture.
That's funny.
Oh no, I'm salty about it.
That's funny.
It ain't funny.
It is funny because I feel you. I'm super competitive like that too.
Yeah.
I think when we talk about competition in relationships from this aspect, it's more friendly competition.
It's friendly.
You know what I mean? I don't think that iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. Period. Point blank. Mm-hmm. But I think for those men and women that feel like they have to compete with each other in a relationship, why are y'all together? I just, and some people thrive in that type of environment, but in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, I don't feel like that's healthy.
Not in a relationship. So like in my work life,
right?
I'm extremely competitive.
Oh yeah,
I gotta be the best.
That's it.
But in my home life balance,
right?
It ain't.
Home is supposed to be where your peace is.
Peaceful.
That's it.
Peaceful.
You know what I mean?
And if I lose, I act salty, but I ain't that salty.
Bruh, let me tell you, so like she's not really a gamer, but I'm gonna tell you what she real good for doing. And I'm not saying, I'm sure I got my ways too. You know, stuff that she could probably point out. But for example, we was at a restaurant the other day, and somebody was just like, you know, congratulations on y'all getting married. How long y'all been together? And I said something, and she corrected me, and I was like, do we really have to do that right now? That's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, these folks would have known what I was saying if it was true or not. Mm-hmm. But it's that spontaneous reaction. Mm-hmm. And one thing that has developed with me more so, especially now that I am married, is being cognizant of her, how she feels, what she does. Because a lot of times even when we're in relationships, and I ain't saying everybody like that, but people are naturally selfish. We are built to be a little selfish.
Built to be selfish.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So there are those moments where you have to
survival. Our natural survival is a selfish.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's self-preservation.
Yeah, of course.
Like, keep me from that.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
No.
That was just like when you said, I was like, yeah, that's our natural state.
But you know, it's also one of those things like where I realize when I'm getting too competitive, and I have to be like, all right, let me bring that back. Yeah. Because I'm not intentionally trying to hurt or embarrass her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But air hockey, my shit. So if you want to play air hockey, it's gonna be my mission every time to whoop your ass.
Mortal Kombat.
I want to whoop your ass 7-0 if I can. And if I lose, guess what? We finna play again. Yeah. We finna do best 3 out of 5. We finna do best 5 out of 7.
She dirty. She won't play me again if she beat me.
Shit. Nope. Can't do it. Now, I'm gonna tell you something though. There are some things that happen. I just be like, you know what? You got that. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way.
I'm out.
So, you're right though. I'm still competitive a little bit. And she don't even know it, bro. It's this guy called Survival. On the iPhone, on phones, it's survival.io. Okay. You know that .io game? It's like the snake game, right? And the whole game. So it's called survival.io. So I'm playing this one. She looked at my phone. What you playing? It's like survival. She's like, it's an hour game. I was like, yep. Next thing you know, I see her playing the same game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she beat the first stage before me. I went and beat the first stage and the second stage. Then she beat the second stage and the third stage.
Right.
And she's like, I did it. I was like, high five, babe. I was like, I'm going to beat the second and fourth stage, third and fourth stage. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she probably don't even know I'm competitive that way.
I got you.
But in my mind, like, I'm naturally competitive, so I still got to compete.
No,
if,
it'd be like that.
And I'm happy for her when she wins. Right. When she beat her stuff. But, like, I'd be like, I can't let her get too far in front of me.
Right. I went to a game like not too long ago. It's funny you brought up Connect 4. Mm-hmm. Because we did trivia, and you had to answer the trivia question in order to get a chip to drop in the Connect 4 board. So a game that I was really like, oh, this would be cool. We probably
was that Old Majestic?
No.
Okay. But they got a big ass Connect
4 board too. Yeah. Now the one that I was on, it was a big ass Connect 4 board. Mm-hmm. It wasn't quite that big. Like this is a tabletop Connect 4.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it's still like the chips were probably that big.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a good ass time. But it's so funny because like what probably should have been about a 10, 15-minute game, you just saw everybody being like, we really in here. Without even paying attention, like without even noticing. We went from like this, all right, we just gonna play this game to
we gotta win.
We was in 2 teams. And her and I were on opposite teams. So she know I done watched like every episode of Fresh Prince. So she's sitting over there like, he gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like we going back and forth. But it was super funny to me how naturally competitive we get. Because of the fact that, like I said, when we first started, we was just looking at it. It was just kind of like, okay, we're doing this and this. We're about 20, 25 minutes in the game. We having like powwows and our groups going, all right, if we drop this here, they gonna go. Like it turned into a whole strategy session.
Turned to a strategy session.
That game ended up being probably 45 minutes to an hour. It just got to the point where even the other team was like, they got us. If we drop it here, they gonna go here. Man, we got Nick Chris Brothers like bam, and then everybody was like, all right, I think we're done here. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's just it's I get that. So okay, so we've established that competition between one another isn't that big of a deal,
especially when the relationship is real.
Right. And I mean,
relationship is real.
It's meant to be fun. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When the relationship is real, like we keep the competitive down to keep the confusion down.
Right. Like
I don't want to be over competitive with you because over competitiveness will cause confusion, bro. Like that's why it's so many fights on basketball court.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
It's competitiveness.
I get that part.
But like introduce us versus somebody.
Oh, it's over with.
Like, bro, if y'all was gonna be a bowling night, bowling night gonna get competitive, bro.
Yeah.
Couples versus
and
couples.
I'm a bowler too.
Yeah,
so.
Couples versus couples, bro. It's gonna get competitive, bro. It's gonna get competitive.
So, okay, so we've established the fact that competition in relationships doesn't necessarily have to be there. That's more friendly competition. But you brought up an interesting topic on that section, talking about couples night and things like that. So let's talk about the pros and cons of double dating. I actually found this article that I just wanted to hit you with.
Okay.
And this is from the Gentleman's Journal. It says that double dates can be both the perfect night for people to fun and matchmaking heaven, or it can be the single most awkward encounter that people can endure. Right. So it talks about the pros being reduced awkwardness, more options because you got more people thinking about, the consistency, and essentially more fun. Their biggest 3 cons were increased awkwardness, competition, and money matters. So the thing that actually kind of brought this to mind, we was talking about that. We was talking about the competition. I don't know if you saw this. A couple of days ago, there was a girl on TikTok who, to prove a point, paid for a $55 bill because her date didn't want to add $3 cheese to his hamburger.
I didn't see that.
She legit got on TikTok to make this whole thing about how the guy ordered a burger. She ordered some type of kind of fancy fish. He ordered a burger. He asked if it came with cheese. She said no. Cheese is $3. He was like, "No, I'm okay." Which, first of all, if you are going to spend $3 on a slice of cheese, not saying I can't afford $3 slice of cheese, but why the hell would I pay $3 for a slice of cheese?
Right.
Pack of cheese like $4. I can get 24 Kraft single slices. I'm talking about this ain't no gourmet cheese, bro. It's sliced cheese.
It's sliced cheese.
For $3? No, I'm out. That's just that don't even sound like a smart decision. If you don't need it, you don't need it.
Right. And a burger is delicious without
the cheese. So you absolutely don't need it. But I'm trying to figure out what her point was when she literally got up like she's finna go to the bathroom. When it paid for the bill, text him, the bill is taken care of. You should have got the cheese. But she left him. Like just left him at the restaurant. And then when I read this article,
and she posted it.
And they roasted her ass.
But see, that's the thing though. That's the world that we live in now.
Right.
She thought it was gonna be a flex.
Right. She did.
She thought it was gonna be a flex where she was like, "Bro, you ain't gotta be conservative. Buy your cheese." And she was like, "I'm out."
Right.
She thought people were gonna be like, girl, you don't need that broke dude or this, that, and third. But nah.
Bro, folks was like, $3 for a slice of cheese. Shit, I would have said no too.
Facts.
Like, okay, 50 cent, $1.50 even. $3 for a slice of cheese, I'm out.
Bro, my favorite breakfast sandwich is chicken biscuit. Hardee's was running two steak biscuits for $6.
Mm-hmm.
A chicken biscuit costs $5.60 something.
I'm gonna go get the 2 steak biscuits.
I was buying 2 steak biscuits.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about the fact that I think the taste of steak biscuit cost me better or whatever. It just made more sense to me.
It was the better value.
It was made more sense to me.
I agree.
And it's nothing wrong with the person buying the chicken biscuit either.
Right.
That person is perfectly fine.
Right.
But to me, I seen the value in 2 biscuits for $6.
I do too.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, don't get me going. Like, bro, I would, if they told me a slice of cheese costs $3, I'd probably be like, no. But if it was like that I wanted a cheeseburger,
I'm just gonna pay the $3 for the extra
I'm just gonna pay the $3 for the extra piece of cheese.
Right.
So you ain't got to get up and leave.
It wasn't.
And pay the bill.
That's what I was gonna say.
And add like $3 to something I couldn't afford. And post it. It was simply because I didn't see the value tonight.
That's it. Do you think there is competition amongst couples on a double date?
Yes. So depends.
Okay.
So for example, you know y'all ain't gonna be a part of this because this is personal. But we got this couples things we trying to do.
Right.
We trying to build a tribe. Right. So all our couples is gonna link up once a month and just do something. And we try to build a tribe, a friendship circle.
That's it.
A circle of people, of couples that we can all reach out to and whatever. But like if we go bowling, it's 100% competition.
Of course.
It's 100% competition.
This is what we do.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ride home and high five. Yeah, baby, we kick. Hey, we ain't kick everybody. We ain't win it all, but we kick Dream them ass.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or we kick Buck them ass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We beat somebody.
Right.
We gonna celebrate that. And if we lose, beat the bottom, it is what it is, baby. We had fun tonight. We suck. We had fun.
We had a good time.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is competition. We don't go in with our head on to win, but if we do or don't, we gonna celebrate both.
Have you ever been on a double date with a couple that you weren't like familiar with? Like you know that, for example, let's say like the women were friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not even necessarily be friends. They could be associates from work. They just get along at work. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh well, maybe you and your guy and me and my guy, we can meet up. We can go do X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. Shit like that. To me, that's automatic competition because now you got 2 couples trying to out couple each other, and that shit's stupid.
So I've been on those days before. Like so, my lady and her friend, and her dude, and me and her, right?
Okay.
And we pull up, and like we chilling. My mindset be more like, let me connect to them because I want the friends to have a good time.
Right.
I want them to go off and have a great time. So let me find out if he can entertain me and if I can entertain him. That's where the problem come in there. It be like, bro, me, you ain't nothing alike.
Right.
Like, bro, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
And then it's like, now I force myself to suffer because I want her and her friend to have a good time together.
Right. But I'm not enjoying this shit.
But I am not enjoying
not
this shit.
one bit.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, like, I ain't never tried to out-couple nobody, bro, because I always knew what I had at home. Like, at home,
Facts.
My home is great.
Facts.
But I be like, I'm going to put my best foot forward and try to make a friend out of this guy. Mm-hmm. And then it'd be like, oh, bro, you stupid.
I get home and be like,
oh, bro, you John Morant. You in a strip club holding a livid ass pea shooter beside your head like it's evidence. You feel me?
Bruh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with like the blind couple date, right? Mm-hmm. Because it'd be like, bro, we ain't the same person.
Right.
And sometimes it go well. Sometimes you meet somebody that's actually cool.
Right.
But sometimes you meet somebody that be like nothing like you. And now I'm just sitting there trying to entertain myself so you can have a great time.
I also don't like as much as I'm cool with like friendly competition, I don't want to be on a double date with a couple that feel like they gotta compete
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they talk about people that do that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? One of our favorite things to do is just to people watch.
Oh, facts.
But to people watch somebody on a double date, you'd be like,
bro, people watching sessions. Bro, I ain't gotta be on a double date. I can be on a regular date and we people watching.
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, we just watching to see how everybody else is reacting. But no, I don't like the competitive couple, right? So you go in with a couple, and like say for example, they successful, and they feel like, bro, like you don't want that. You just ordered that because it's expensive.
That's it. Why? You ain't gonna even eat that.
Like, bro, you don't like...
Do you even know what you just ordered?
Like, bro, you don't like caviar. Squid with caviar on top of it. That ain't your thing. You just ordered it because it was 60. You feel me?
That's it.
Versus me and mine, we gonna order these, you know what I'm saying, regular meals. We gonna order these burgers and enjoy them.
Right.
And you over here ordering all the big stuff and then be like, and then every chance you get, man, y'all want some shots?
Yep. Oh, no, we don't.
We good.
Yeah.
We good. Versus if me and my old lady and you and your lady.
Right.
Be like, bro, I'm buying a round of shots for the table.
All right, bet. I got next round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference. But when you say, hey, y'all want some shots?
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, man, y'all want me to buy y'all some shots?
Right. Because now I got to get the second round.
Right.
That whole announcing.
Yeah.
Thing, like, you ain't got to announce yourself, bro. Like, okay, we get it. You got money. You can do this. You can do that.
It's cool.
That's cool.
Bro.
That works for y'all. That ain't what the type of time we on over here. But we're going to make the best of this situation anyway.
Now, I'm going to tell you something that's funny, though.
Okay.
Those relationships going to be miserable.
They do.
They be miserable, bro.
They do, because they always got to put on airs.
Yeah, they always
got to put on
bro.
airs.
They be miserable. Like, me and my old lady have a blast eating double quarter pounders from McDonald's and fries. You know what I mean?
Bet.
And you go to Dolphins and have $60 entrees for each. But then you argue in the parking garage. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, what's the point? And I mind you, me and my old lady does have great meals, bro. We do fine dining.
Right.
But the point is like, when you got to floss that, when you got to be like, this is what we do.
Right.
A lot of them be miserable, bro.
I agree, man. I'm with you on that. Bro, what was I going to ask you? If you could pick, I'm just asking you this real quick, because I realize we're probably finna get ready to get out of here. Mm-hmm. If you could pick a top 10 anything, what would it be?
A top 10 anything?
Yeah, like if you had to pick one top 10, what would you pick?
Like a topic for top 10.
A topic for top 10.
Ooh, that's tough.
Okay, I know it is. I want you to think about that. Because next week, I want all three of us to talk about our top 10 in a particular subject and why.
So you're going to give your top 10 of a subject.
It could be whatever.
And then I'm going to give my top 10 of a subject.
It ain't even got to be a top 10. It could be a top 5.
All right.
Let's do a top 5.
Top 5. So you're going to pick your top 5 or whatever.
Yep.
I pick my top 5 or whatever. Drink pick his top 5 or whatever.
Let's do that.
That'd be dope.
I want to do that next week.
Like, what would you want to talk about your top 5 of?
Oh, I got so many things I could pick.
Me too.
I got so many things I could pick.
So then, now the thing is, what do I want to talk about my top 5 more out of the group?
See, I'm going to put thought into it.
Me too.
I'm going to put thought into it.
I like that.
That's going to be a fun topic for next week.
For sure.
So we got 3 top 5s, and we'll pick one. We'll call it the Sweet 16. It is March Madness. And man, it's been a fun episode. What you got for the people?
It has been a phenomenal episode. I love having these intimate conversations. You know what I'm saying? Me and you just had a real intimate conversation.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of why I was like, bro, I was going to leave it at 2 tonight.
Right.
Because we normally add a person when somebody's out.
Right.
But I was like, man, I'm going to leave it at 2 tonight, bro. Because, just have an intimate conversation just back and forth.
Right.
Just back and forth, bouncing ideas off each other, bro. We stayed on topic. We moved off topic. We talked about life.
Right.
The creation of it, the way it moves. You know what I'm saying? Like how it really feels. And I loved it, bro. And I definitely tune in next week. Big Dream be back. We're going to keep the same energy next week with the 3 of us. And we're going to make this amazing. Y'all just keep staying there with us.
And if y'all got something that y'all want to hear us talk about, drop it in the comments. Send us an inbox. Sure. Send us something, man. We like taking y'all topics and talking about them. So actually, send us something. Since we've been talking about kind of evolution, our quote of the week is going to be a progress quote. It says, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. And that's our quote of the week.
Bro, that's so strong, man. That was a great quote.
Appreciate
That
you.
was a great quote, man. This is Souf Got Something to Say, episode 142. See y'all next week, man. Thank y'all.
Peace.